I just want to do a short video comparing the different functions of the GFL-1500. Analyze mode is pretty straightforward. It's going to measure voltage between the positive and negative and check for voltage to ground from both the positive side and the negative side. If it finds voltage to ground, it will estimate the resistance of the fault. This is just an estimate. It's not as accurate as you would get with an insulation resistance tester. So if you want a precise measurement, use an insulation resistance tester to get the exact number of ohms to ground. The fault function sends a signal out either through the positive side or the negative side, and that signal flows through the ground fault to the ground. When you're using the fault function, you can either measure without doing any disconnections using the current clamp by clamping pairs of wires and looking for balanced load. If there is no difference in the signal, the clamp will read 0 amps. If there's a fault, you'll see an imbalance between the positive and the negative, and that will show up as a current reading on the clamp. In many cases, it is easier to disconnect any parallel connections, either by opening fuses on the positive side or the negative if you have fuses on the negative side. That will cause the signal to only go through the circuit that has a fault. Then you can use the receiver as well. You can still use the clamp measuring pairs of wires, but the receiver will work if you open up any parallel connections. The open function is used to find breaks in circuits, and the typical process for doing that would be to measure open circuit voltage between positive and negative for each string in a combiner box or an inverter, identify that string that doesn't have any voltage, and then you can use the open function to send a signal down that circuit and use the receiver to trace and locate where the break in the circuit is. Using the open function, you must isolate the circuit in which you want to trace, and you have to change the mode on receiver to the open mode, which is the second icon down, the one that looks like a break in a circuit. For more precise information on how to use the different functions, you can see the videos where I go into detail of how to set the tool up and how to trace using the receiver and the clamp.